Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. And this is another One Piece anime episode review. Oh man, things are getting hectic and they're getting to a boiling point, and man, this story is heating up. This story is heating up. So, we're here on One Piece episode 938. We're 2 episodes away from 940. My God. Then when we get to 940, we're only 10 ways. We're only 10 more episodes away from 950. And then by the time we get to 950, we're gonna be only 50 episodes away from 1,000 One Piece episodes. I wonder if they're gonna do a special type of episode for the One Piece 1000th episode. I know in terms of the manga, the One Piece manga is about to hit chapter 1000 soon. Now I'm not reading what's currently going on in the manga, but I know they're like in the 980s, range. They're like legit getting close to chapter 1000. That's just gonna be insane. Like insane to see. Like, my goodness, just think about it. You read the chapter, it says chapter 1000. Who would have ever thought about that, man? Okay. So anyways, last week, as we all know, the main focus of the episode is about Tonoyasu and the fact that he got captured because we all know he was surrounded by some men. And yes, the moment the episode starts off, after the opening, we see that Tonoyasu, he has been captured and he's getting hit with a kendo stick in this, I guess you can say, jail room or something like that. And they're like, and the people who are, I guess you can say, interrogating him are like, why are you doing this? Why did you show up at midnight? Now, Tonoyasu calls himself Uchima Kozu. He says this. Now, we see the big, long-headed guy, I forgot his name, and stuff like that. And the thing that kind of reveals his true identity is when he gets hit with the kendo stick, the thing that ties his little, I guess, top knot, it goes loose and his whole hair is out. And then the long-haired guy said, "Oh my gosh, it's you. It can't be." And then that's when it cuts off to the present time, and you see flyers like they did with Luffy and Zoro earlier in this arc. They talk about, Kozu getting captured, or Tonoyasu getting captured. And Brook actually, who's hiding in the shadows, gets this letter and then stuff like that. Now the long-headed guy goes to Orochi, and Orochi, he's still, for I don't know how many days it has been, but this man has still not gotten over Komurasaki's death. Honestly, now knowing that it's Hiyori, I guarantee you she's probably playing him the whole time. And she was doing her Komurasaki tricks. Plus, I don't think she was all too happy to be snuggled up closely, or almost potentially be sleeping with, the man that essentially, I guess you could say, killed her family. So yeah, that would be really sad if that went ever to that limit. But he's still crying about Komurasaki. And, even though the long-headed guy, I'll make sure I remember this dude's name. But, he hears about this from him, and he just doesn't care. He's like, I don't care. Komurasaki is dead. The most beautiful woman in all of Wano is dead now. And stuff like that. Now, Kirishiro is actually there, and stuff like that. And, they make a plan, like, well, since they caught this, Ushima's Kozo, the plan is, since Komurasaki's funeral is being held today, Orochi is like, okay, because after a while, the long-headed guy tells him more about him, and he's like, wait, what? And then you see Orochi start sweating, and he's getting scared, and he's like, he is, we don't know. So Tonoyasu has some real identity, and he must be connected to somebody that Orochi fears, which obviously is the Kozuki clan, and we all know he fears that. So it seems like Tonoyasu has some sort of, I guess you can say, relationship, or he must be connected to Odin in some way, which kind of leads into, well, I'll get to it later. Um, so yeah, so when Orochi hears this, he's like he deformed from his devil fruit transformation, his little, I guess, Hydra transformation, um, and he freaking is like, okay, no, we're executing this guy like the same time as we honor Kumarosaki's death. And he even says, look, they can lay at rest in peace, together now and stuff like that. And Orochi says he wants to be at the execution. So essentially, we're getting a mini Marineford here right now in terms of Tonoyasu being in the role of Ace, where okay, I'll stop that. Sorry for that. It seems like I said, we're getting a mini Marineford where Tonoyasu is like Ace, so that's gonna be a thing. Now we come over to Udon Prison. We see that Luffy and Hio, since they ate all the red beans soup, they are fat. And Luffy's like, come on, Rusin, I want more opponents to fight, obviously, so he can lose the weight and stuff like that. Now, in the meantime, Kaido actually calls Queen, and Queen's like, you gotta be lying. This is a lie. You can't be serious. And Kaido tells Queen that Kumarasaki is dead, and they are having a funeral to honor it. Kaido says it's on the light scrolls now, so stuff like that. So obviously Kaido got that information probably from, his pirate crew within Wano and stuff like that. So they get this one transponder snail, which is, essentially a video transponder snail, but they call it light scroll snail. And essentially showing the flower capital, which is going to be showing the funeral, essentially, I guess you could say, on TV. In the meantime, we cut over to this forest area, and we see Shutenmaru, or Ashura Doji, fighting Hold'em. Now, the reason why Hold'em and the rest of the Beast Pirates are fighting Shutenmaru and his bandit thieves are essentially because, if you remember from a few episodes ago, the mink stole, some of the food from that area, and they left a note saying that, it was the bandits, Shutenmaru, Ashura Doji's bandits that did that. So that's why Hold'em's here and stuff like that. And obviously, Ashura Doji is like, whoa, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I never did anything and stuff like that. Now, in the meantime, Carrot and Wanda are watching the fight. And Carrot's like, maybe we let this go too far. Maybe we stole too much food. But Wanda's like, no, I think we did our job here. Look, we're all just following the plan Kinemon gave us and stuff like that. Hold'em actually thinks that, because he brings up the fact when he's talking to Shutenmaru, he's like, you just had to let one of your boys freaking come and beat me up, which caused me these injuries. And he actually thinks Luffy is working for I keep calling Shutenmaru, Ashura Doji, but Ashura Doji's like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about, and stuff like that. And Hold'em's like, okay, fine. If you don't, understand, then we're gonna do something. So he gets a sword that looked awfully a lot like, well, the way it moves, it reminds me a lot of, the one guy from the Dressrosa arc. Shoot! The guy who killed Rebecca's mom. I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name. Put in the comment section if you know who I'm talking about. But anyways, he's spinning his sword. His sword, I guess, catches friction, because the friction in the air, it catches on fire. And essentially what he does is, he's waving his sword around like a lasso, and the fire on his sword, because it's spreading around the forest, and Ashura Doji's like, because he's charging at him, he's like, look, your attacks ain't working. Stop playing a fool. But Hold'em's like, I don't know what you're talking about because look at it, man. I think your home base, your forest is burning up, and they see the forest is burning up. So Ashura Doji's hideout for him and his bandits, their forest has been blown up. It's not, well, not blown up, but it's a forest fire, and essentially what happens is because there's so much fire going on, Ashura Doji and his crew of bandits, they retreat and they're heading to Bakura town. Now one of his people's like, listen, I don't think that's a good idea, but Doji's like, nah, you know, look, we have no choice because Kaido's army's gonna be after us regardless. So yeah. It then cuts after that incident happens. It cuts over to Dog Storm and Kinemon are not Neko and Mushi. I think Inuyasha. Yeah. Inuyasha and Kinemon, and they, thanks to Wanda and Carrot, they find out what happened. And Kinemon's look, he essentially says like, hey, it sucks that it happened to them, but look, it's the best way we can get him to get him on our side. And they actually, come up with a plan. They're like, so Kinemon and Inuyasha decide to go to Bakura town to meet up with Ashura Doji to hopefully recruit him to join the cause, which was more than likely the plan. Do that, set him up so the Beast Pirates attack his hideout. It'll make Doji, have a vendetta against them and probably want to join the rebellion. So yeah, so that's the story going on from that side of the front. Now the last few, scenes we get here in this episode is Brook goes to the cabin, which I think is a cabin he might have been hiding out at, but he actually finds Zoro sleeping with Hiyori and Toko, and Brook, what I found hilarious is like, so Zoro actually wakes up, he's like, huh, Brook? And then he sees Hiyori sleeping right next to him, and he's like, what is she doing and stuff like that. And he even sees Toko too. And what I found hilarious is how Brook was like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry for interrupting anything. I'm just gonna leave. And it was funny because I'm like, my guy Brooks, he knows. My guy Brook is a real G. He's a real man. He knows like, oh, you're sleeping with a woman. I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy it. Enjoy your time and stuff like that. But Hiyori and Toku actually wake up. They see Brook and they're afraid of him at first, but then Zoro's like, no, he's good. He's an ally. He's a friend and stuff like that. So Brook's like, well, I'm so shocked that you're so pretty and everything. You're almost like the Oirons. And then Toku kind of makes a mention, like, no, she is the Oiron. She doesn't. So that I do find that hilarious. I do find that funny. He also gets the details that's Momo's sister and stuff like that. So what I did find, this was a nice funny little scene. This little funny scene was, they mentioned the fact. I think it's Brook that mentions the fact, or no, I think it's Zoro. I forgot. That mentions the fact that it was that Hiyori, slept with him. And Hiyori's like, well, I just wanted to make sure you weren't cold and you were staying warm and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, Hiyori had the best interest at heart. Now I think it's because she fell for Zoro and she, I guess, somehow in love with Zoro because he kind of saved her life, her and Toko's life from death from Kamizo. And what I found hilarious is she goes on to say like, well, people, guys who I sleep with, they usually enjoy it and they love it and stuff like that. And she even puts on this funny, cute little face. She's like, now, you don't lie. You liked it, didn't you? You loved it, I bet. And Zoro kind of gives a backhanded comment saying like, why bring something up like that? And stuff like that. He kind of says it as a way of giving a hint that, he actually enjoyed and he didn't mind Komurasaki, or not Hiyori sleeping with him. So Zoro clearly, I'd see it. Well, it sounds like Zoro didn't have no problems with Hiyori sleeping on him. So again, maybe Zoro likes her, but I think Komurasaki likes Zoro much more. You just ain't going to freaking sleep on a guy's chest essentially if you don't, I guess, have some sort of feelings for him. Like I said, Zoro did save her life essentially, so it makes sense why she, I guess you could say, why she'd be so, I guess, clingy to him and wanting to be all over him and his body and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, the last bit of the episode, Brooke tells Zoro like, "Oh yeah, this big thing is happening in the Flower Capital. Not only Komurasaki's death is being honored, but they caught this one, Ushima Kozo guy, and he's gonna be executed today." And stuff like that. Now they find out the thing is they see that Brooke brings up the fact like his name. I didn't see his true name, but I think it was like Yasu or something. And then Zoro's like, wait, he's like, wait, Tonoyasu? And he's like, oh yeah, that's who I was talking about. And since we got the revelation from last week, Toko starts to freak out and she's getting all scared. Next thing you know, she's running. She runs outside the thing. Obviously, we know that, Tonoyasu is her father and stuff like that. And we also see Tonoyasu in the jail cell and everything. Now, Tonoyasu, he's giving this odd behavior and stuff like that, like he's fine with being executed and something like that. I wonder if this is a way for the call to arms for the, rebels or something like that. So, again, Hiyori runs after her. And she thanks her. She's like, "Look, thank you for everything you've done. I paid you back. I'll hopefully run into you again." But then, Zoro runs after her. He's like, "What are you doing? Who's gonna protect you?" And stuff like that. And then Zoro runs after her. So, obviously, you have, Otoko running, trying to go to her dad to try to maybe do something about it. But then Zoro catches up with her, and he kind of holds her. He's like, "Yo, where are you going? You're gonna get yourself into trouble." And Toko's like, "Let me go, let me go, let me go." And then that's when we find out, that's when Zoro, Brooke, and I don't know if Hiyori already knew this, but she knows now that they all find out that Otoko is Tonoyasu's daughter, and that's her dad. So that's when the episode ends off as Tonoyasu's preparing to be executed. So yeah, so next week is gonna be, I guess, the execution of Tonoyasu as well as it seems like we're gonna get a backstory between Tonoyasu and Oden, and it seems like they knew each other from the past of Wano. So that's probably why Orochi was freaking scared out of his mind when he found out who his real name was, and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if his real name is Tonoyasu or if it's some other name. I wonder if he's related, like I said, I wonder if he's related to the Kozeki clan in any means possible, which, again, explains the reason why Orochi is scared. But I think Orochi's scared because Tonoyasu knew Oden, and he knew he could be a potential rebel against him. So, yeah, things are heating up. So next week it seems like the Straya crew are gonna go try to do what Luffy tried to do back in Marineford in trying to save Ace, and the Straya crew are gonna try to save Tonoyasu. That's what it seems like is going to happen. Now, if Hiyori goes over there too, that's gonna blow her cover on the fact that Komurasaki's not dead. That's gonna be interesting. I wonder if they're going to say, no, Hiyori, let us take care of this. You stay here with Otoko, and you stay in the cabin. But I feel like Hiyori is going to go regardless. Yeah, and then that might just blow the whole, Komurasaki's not dead! She's still alive! So, yeah, things are heating up, and I just can't wait to see how the story's going to go forward. So, if you guys like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this episode. I'm also putting in the comment section who is that long-headed guy's name, um, as well as your thoughts on this episode. Also, hit the subscribe button to get more One Piece content. Whew, sorry for that. Tomorrow is going to be tomorrow. I'm gonna be on the channel again with my friend the Red Wolf / Denzel, and we're actually gonna do another One Piece arc review. Always got to promote those. And we're actually talking about Little Garden and Drum Island. So yeah, that's my thing that we're gonna be talking about. So yeah, other than that, guys, that's really it, and I'm gonna get out of here. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, or your night, or whenever you're checking out this video. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Until then, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. So till then, guys, peace.